the God, the God, the God, the lyrical legend himself, J.I.D. He has come through with a brand new track. It's titled Skegee, which is short for Tuskegee, which, considering J.I.D's lyrical pedigree and how his songs a lot of the time will run in a sort of conscious direction, I think is a sort of fitting nod. I mean, if you guys are unfamiliar with your history, do look up the Tuskegee experiments, which is absolutely dismal and sick, horrifying part of American history. And honestly, just the tip of the iceberg of all of the horrible racist things that are a factor in the history of this country. Although I don't know how deeply he's going to dive into that on this track, but I think it's pretty clear as to why someone of J.I.D's pedigree would reference such a place. But yeah, new track titled Skegee. It's been throwing it around social media. It's been getting a lot of good reactions. I held strong. I said I'm going to wait to listen to this shit on New Music Friday, bitch. And so I did. So I'm going to react to it and get a raw reaction to it from you guys. Not from you guys, but with you guys. And yeah, let's just give it a try and see what J.I.D is cooking up. I'm hoping he's going to drop this year. Fingers crossed that he's going to drop this year. I'm assuming that's the case. It's been a while. And I imagine him being, one of the most talented in-demand rappers today, even during a pandemic. I imagine it's hard not to put out something. So yeah, let's just pop this track on and see what he's got cooking. Shit. That was easily some of the fucking realest shit I think J.I.D has ever said on a track. That 40 Acres line was definitely fucking sick. And look, as I said, before I played the track, he referenced exactly what I thought he was going to reference. There was somebody who I believe the song played said, I want to hear a banger. I don't want a history lesson. I don't want a history lesson. If you have no history, you have no context, bitch. What do you do when a J.I.D song is on? Do you just like let it roll over you and you're just like, yeah, this is good? Do you actually process anything that's going on? Speaking of that, I thought the line where he flipped, rappers going from dealers to fiends was pretty interesting. I also love that line where he stopped himself from saying bitch, and then he said, but queen, but the queen rhymed with the previous line, which that just rhymed as I just said it. But I thought that was an incredibly clever moment from him, which there were just more and more and more gems dropping throughout the track. I mean, the instrumental didn't change up too much, but I loved that bass. I loved that super earworm atmospheric vocal sample that was playing throughout the track. I thought the refrain was pretty decent, and he switched it up a little bit on the inflection and the flow as well. J.I.D is usually known for a lot of dense rhyme patterns, and rapping pretty fast too. He kind of eased up on that and had a delivery that at some points reminded me a little bit of Pusha T and Mace. Had a bit of a Pusha T, a bit of a Mace vibe. I know J.I.D often gets a lot of comparisons to the likes of Kendrick, but I was getting more of a Push vibe off of this one, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it still very much sounded like and felt like a J.I.D track. Deep Cold Water, thank you. Mwah. But that Push influence was certainly there. That Push influence was definitely there in spades. All those bars kind of piling up on top of each other, in regards to history, racism, injustice toward the back end of the track. We're just like hitting hard. We're hitting heavy. It was just like one fucking combo after another. Yeah, all over, just kind of a hard track. One of his most, kind of conscious that I think he's put out ever. And, God, I hope his next project shapes up to be this good, which, as some people were saying in chat, he said would drop soon. So, yeah, Loving this one. Thank you very much for watching this New Music Friday stream clip over on TND Streams. To see future New Music Fridays, hit up our Twitch page at twitch.tv/theneedledrop. To see some past ones, hit up our Patreon page, linked near me or down below in the description. Also get some bonus monthly content in the process too over there. And yeah, see you guys in the next clip. Forever.